Hi, everybody. I hope you all had a good week. Today, I'm going to talk about Naloxone kits. When I'm trying to decide what topic to talk about for my weekly video, I usually go by what happens in my week. This week, yesterday, I was driving in the car and I was going to pick up Ben, and I came across a talk radio station and they were talking about the Naloxone kits and how they're now available for the Peel police to have so that they could save lives, save people that have overdosed from opioids. And the announcer was talking about it and asking what our opinion was, the listeners, and I decided to call in. Because he did mention that the naloxone kits are injections and he believed it was a good thing. And I wanted to just clarify, because he didn't mention where you can get them and that they don't have to be injections. So that happened yesterday. So today I took Ben to the doctor and we have a new prescription. So I went to the drugstore, and lo and behold, right there on the counter where I was putting the prescription in, there was a sign saying Naloxone kits available here. And I thought, oh, wow, that's 2 days in a row. So I talked to the pharmacist and asked about it. And she said that they are available. They're free. You just have to show your health card. And while we were talking, she mentioned that someone locally, there were 2 youths yesterday that overdosed. And thankfully, because of our police department, they carry the naloxone kit. They saved the 2 youths' lives. They were both 18 years old. They were, from what I understand and what I've read, they were a group of kids that got together. They were just chilling, and I guess they were smoking weed, and the weed was laced. Now the police are investigating as to whether it was the weed that was laced. So I thought this is really important. 2 days in a row, I come across this. So I thought, let's talk about it. And I believe knowledge is power. I'm here to inform. I'm here to educate, so that we could continue to work towards removing the stigma of addiction and mental illness. So I brought my naloxone kit. Now, I have mentioned it in past videos that I carry this around. This kit, not this one specifically, but the naloxone kit has saved Ben's life a number of times. Ben in the past has overdosed, I don't know how many times, and he has flatlined, and this kit has saved his life. And I started carrying this kit with me in my purse when this was happening with Ben. I'm happy to say Ben is doing very well. He has not touched any opioids in 5 months since his last relapse, and he's doing well. He's staying away. Yay, let's celebrate. So I wanted to just show you this kit. And again, they're free of charge. You just have to show your health card. This is in Canada. I'm not sure if it's what it's like in the States or other countries, but the first kit that I received here in my where I live, they only had the injections, and I got one, and the pharmacist went through it, and then I found out they had the nasal. So I've just opened it up, and this is what you get. You get 2 nasal sprays, very easy to administer. And in here, there's also a quick guide telling you how to use it. So it basically, like, if you see someone, you have to recognize whether it's an overdose. And I'm just going to read it just so you know what it says here. Number 1, stimulate, shake their shoulders and see if they could respond. Call 911 right away. Call 911 before you do anything else, because this person's passed out. They need help. And even if you do administer the Narcan or the naloxone, they still need to go to the hospital, because what it does is it stops the overdose. It reverses it. It stops it. So, and they will start breathing again, and they still need medical attention. Here it says then to give chest compressions and to give the naloxone. So the good thing is that you can't do any harm. You can't do any harm. If it wasn't an overdose and you administer it, you're not harming that person. So if you're in doubt, if the person is, what are the signs? They're not responsive, they can't talk, they're clammy, their lips may be blue, their nails may be blue. There's a whole list. I don't want to just give you a few of them, but just read your pamphlet. I'm just saying it off the top of my head. I don't remember all the signs, but you'll know because the person won't be responsive. Their breathing will be shallow. They might be gurgling. They may even throw up. So you get 2 of these. So you could administer up to 3. When you get your kit, there's 2 in there. You administer 1. You wait a while. You can still do compressions, and if they don't come through, you can give them another one. Now, the 2 youths yesterday, from what I read, one of the youths only needed 1 administered. The other one needed 2. The good thing is the police officers that were first on scene were able to save their lives. And I'm telling you, these save lives. So I just wanted to share that with you to educate you. And I know that there are discussions, where people are saying, one disease is more important than the other disease. This is not to take away from any other disease. It's available. I say go for it. This yellow sticker is the expiry date. It's good till 2020. So I'm going to hang on to it because you never know. In this case, I think it was a neighbor that saw them passed out, called 911 right away. And again, because the officers had the kits, they were able to save their lives. So another thing I wanted to mention, they're saying that these youth from yesterday were smoking marijuana and that it could be laced. I also want you to know that if you're kids or if you're smoking weed, that there are kits that you could get. I think it's at the drugstore. I don't have one. I know Ben has one that you can test your drug to see if it has fentanyl or any opioids. And opioids are things, fentanyl, heroin, there's prescription drugs like oxy, morphine, codeine. Those are all opioids. And if somebody overdoses, you could use this. I know that this is mainly for fentanyl, but an overdose is an overdose, and it stops the overdose from happening. What else did I want to say? These kits, yes, these kits for you could test whatever drug to see if there's any traces. Through talking to Ben, one thing he does say, it's really hard to test weed because you could test a certain part of it and it doesn't show anything, but it could be in another part of the weed. So because it's because it's like a leafy thing, it doesn't go right through it. Does that make sense? So, I mean, test it, but it's not guaranteed just because of the way it would be dispersed in the pot or whatever you're using. Another good thing is that the police are not laying any drug charges. The reason they're not doing that is because they want people to call 911. If they're in distress and they need help, young people might think, no, don't call because we don't want to get arrested. We don't want our parents to find out or whatever. They will not be charged. So that's a good thing. They are investigating further to see if there's more pot out there that might be laced, and to see if they can get this to the source and to see if it was intentional or not. So they are doing their due diligence, but they are not laying any charges on the two youths that overdosed. Anyway, so that is my spiel for today. I know Shoppers Drug Mart has them. Just show your health card. You never know who you may run into. You could actually save a life. So be safe, be smart. I wish you all a great week. Spirit to live, baby. Have a great one. Take care. Have a good one. Sending you all love. Thanks for your support. Take care.